Brothers Helping Brothers radio program, hosted by Jerald Muhammad. This broadcast is sponsored by Senior Health Insurance. If you have Medicare, Senior Insurance can help you get free eyeglasses and free dentures. Call Senior Insurance at 502-403-4242.
What's going on, man? Jason, how you doing?
What's up, Doc?
I'm gonna shake his hand. I'm gonna run back here.
All right, welcome to Brothers Helping Brothers show. I'm your host, Jerald Muhammad. I want to thank you all for joining us on this cold Saturday afternoon. Got a great show lined up today, and got my main co-hosting with me today, Mr. Ted Gatlin. What's going on, Ted?
Oh man, it's a beautiful day, man.
It's a beautiful
Another
day.
beautiful weekend.
Yeah, so a lot of Dr. King talk, a lot of talk about this parade, and got a very, very special guest. We're going to bring him on here in about 3 or 4 minutes. One of Louisville's, in my opinion, one of Louisville's top comedians, known as Mr. Too Funny. I got him here in the studio, and Mr. Jason English. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I gotta say one thing though.
Yes, sir.
I gotta do this.
Okay.
Let's give a shout out to my mother-in-law, Bernice Johnson.
Okay.
She's on the 26th Street Liquors over on the corner. What up, Ma?
There you go.
That's how you do it. All right. Yeah, so you tuned in to Brothers Helping Brothers show, and what I want the focus to be about today, I want to talk about, and Jason, the reason why I wanted you on the show, one, sometimes people have a way of typecasting. It's like we're just one-dimensional. And I want to talk today, I want our theme to be, how do we save young people? How do we get young people? I don't hang out, I don't get in the clubs, but I want to know, because to me there's a gap between the elders and the youth. So that's what we're going to talk about here in just a couple of minutes. I want to thank our sponsor, Senior Insurance. If you know anyone that has the red, white, and blue Medicare card, we can get you free eyeglasses and free dental. Just give us a call at 403-4242. If you need free eyeglasses and free dental, you have to have the red, white, and blue Medicare card, and we can get you hooked up. Call 403-4242. Now, when we talk about young folks, I want to bring in Ted and Jason both in this conversation. Let's start with what happened at the mall St. Matthews. Jason, what was your take on that incident, bro?
Blew out of proportion.
Okay.
It was blew out of proportion for the jump. There was a bunch of kids out there, out the facility, but when nothing broken, when nothing stolen.
Right.
And then they would use the word riot, because you see a bunch of kids. They really, the 1,000 put that word riot out there.
Right.
1,000 they use the word riot. But it was a couple hundred kids out there, and they should have been out there acting like they had some sense. We can't knock that.
Right.
They was just out there being foolish for no reason. But when they ain't got nothing to do, you're gonna have a few go out there. They gotta show themselves off for no reason. But as far as that mall situation, it was wrong from the jump. It made myself as a black man and as a father, knowing those are kids out there, somebody's kids is out there, they should have been on their kids. It starts at home. But I ain't never done nothing like that.
Right.
I don't even remember going to the mall by myself. My mama was on me. Shout out to my mama, Pam Dickerson. Hey.
Ted, what's your take on that? We work with young people. What was your take on the incident at the mall?
Yeah, I think brother makes a really good point that it was just kids really out there doing what kids today do, and kids yesterday did. So I didn't really see it as being, at least the incident being a big deal. The bigger deal was the way that adults approached it, and how it was so quickly spun by the powers that be, the people that control the media, that control the narrative, to be something completely different.
It's the media fight.
To push a different type of agenda, because how does 700 turn to 1,000 to 2,000? And what kind of range is 1,000 to 2,000 anyway? If you can't look at a group and say 1,000 or 2,000, then you got something wrong with your eyes.
It's the funny thing about it is, if we got kids that organized planning stuff like that, we should be working with those kids. You know what I'm saying?
Harnessing that stuff.
Right, if they was that clever to plan that, then just imagine if you had the right people around, giving them something, they could do something positive, with their ideas.
I want to shift gears a little bit about your career in comedy. Tell me about, when did you first in case you just joined us, we got Mr. Too Funny, Jason English here in the studio. Brothers helping brothers. Tell me, when did you first get interested in comedy? When did that, you know, when did you get bit with the comedy bug?
Well, when I got bit, probably sitting in the barbershop all day. Like when my first son was born, my junior, Jason Jr., he was born. I mean, my only break I used to get was on that Saturday morning.
Okay.
And I would go to the barbershop, Marvin's Barbershop over on Cameron Road. Marv, what up, Marv? Mo, Lock, Wet. But I was over at their barbershop, you know, sitting down there, cracking jokes. I was sitting there from probably 9 in the morning. I used to come in with breakfast, like I really cut her. You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all? Let's keep them lions fresh tonight. You know, that was me. I come in like, what y'all want to eat? Cause I'm on my way down. And when I get in there, and what's so crazy, I wouldn't get a haircut till like 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how long. Like it was my free day.
Wow.
Yeah. So and Mo Martinez Williams, my barber down there, he was like, man, you need to get on stage. Like, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Right. But later on down the road, I kept pushing it off. So I got a Facebook account. I started posting, making jokes on there. Okay. Making videos, and seeing where it was gonna go. And then he just said, we going out. So he tricked me. You know, we went out like we usually do. But we went over to the the wagon wheel on 17th in Kentucky over there. Man, everybody there looked half sleeping there. You know what I'm saying? Right. I said, what is this? He said, they do open mic night. Shout out to the wagon wheel people. Thank you. Rico Lovelace, thank you. He gave me my first chance. He was like, get on stage and try it. And he said, if you make people laugh and hurt, we'll see where it goes. Okay. It's been on ever since. Man, so how long ago was that? 2 years ago. Okay. Now let me ask, so what do you have going on now that in case people want to come out and hear you? Because one thing I'm big about, and I don't know if you agree with this, but sometimes in Louisville we don't support each other like we should. It is hatred in this city. Yeah. And I just, anytime any of us do something, you know, I'm just a proponent, we got to get behind our own. So what do you have coming up? Where can we see you? Where can we check you out at? Facebook information, Instagram, and somebody wants to book you. Tell us what you got going on and how to contact you. You can follow me on Facebook at Jason English. I got too many friends, so you got to follow me. Inbox me, I talk back, you know, I ain't petty like that. Instagram at Mr. Too Funny, MRTOO Funny, everything together. Twitter, Jason English _2. But I got a after party for the Martin Lawrence show. Shout out to Keith Peppers. He gave me the after party. I'm the headliner of that. It's right after the Martin Lawrence at the Young Center, so make sure y'all go ahead and support that show as mine as well. I got tickets too. If anybody need to buy some, reach out to me on Facebook. I'm selling tickets. But also, I'm doing things, I'm trying to reach out with the youth. That's my main thing. I got a club getting ready to open up. We call it Club No Violence. Yeah, Club No Violence. We ain't having
Club No Violence, man. I think we got like that. I like that.
Yeah, I went over to the warehouse to the owner.
Oh yeah, y'all got the event. It's
tomorrow.
Like it's a.
I have a dream day.
The kids.
No, that's the other one at the convention center. Okay. That one's going on too. Shout out to the people who's doing that at the convention center. They got a show going on over there, and we have one as well. But ours is at the warehouse. A lady by the name of Miss Rosa Macklin. She owns the warehouse over there. They was running. I just went over and asked them, could I do something for the youth? My main goal was nobody does nothing for the kids. So until we do something for them, they gonna keep doing what they doing, acting silly. They ain't got nothing to do. Like, when we was growing up, we had Parkland Boys and Girls Club. Right. That place raised me. Cabbage Patch. Yeah, the Cabbage Patch. Yeah, they raised me. So Mr. Ed White of the River City Drum Corps, like he'll tell you, my nickname is Terrorist. Whenever you see me, he'll say Terrorist. But I just went over and asked for the club. I think the name Club No Violence. She said people throw parties here all the time. Right. She was real snappy like this, but I liked her because she reminded me of my mother and my mother-in-law. And, but she just real snappy, and she was on it. And I presented the name, and she was like, "What makes you so different?" I was like, "Well, we know we're gonna make money, but I actually care about the kids." And my main thing is if we can prevent no violence, and these kids say they come out and have a good time. I went big on that.
Let me ask you this: Why do you think? You know, you talk about hatred, and you know, why do Ted and Jason? Why do you all think that we don't show love like we should now? Because I have some family in New York, If you in New York and you from Brooklyn, I don't care what you could be whack as I don't know what. Brooklyn stand they gonna roll
Right.
with you because you're from Brooklyn.
That's right.
Yeah.
How come we don't have that type of pride here in
That's
Louisville?
I
right.
don't know. I can't explain it. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You know, the scripture said a prophet is not without honor except in his own house.
So
Wow.
So you know that when you go visit other cities, I'm sure you get more love
Wow, that's crazy.
in other cities. And then, I mean, it's even with me. I mean, I go to Cincinnati and speak, it's packed
It's
house.
crazy. I
they
get
want me to
more
come-
support from people who don't know than the ones who do know, man. And that's crazy. But you know, it's just I guess I don't know. It's always been in Louisville. You know, that's why certain people make it out, some people don't. You know, I guess that's what it is.
We have a caller. Someone has called, and we haven't even given the phone number out yet. I wasn't going to open the phone lines up, but go ahead, caller.
All right. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I've been listening to you, and Jerald, this is Andy, so, you know, you kind of know my philosophy. Guys, you know, you posed the question, what's the problem? We've been lying to the last generation and a quarter. We've lied to them.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't put anything to bed. Why would you honestly celebrate a man that, in all honesty, seems like he's failed?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, either we picked up the cross and carried this thing on to the goal line, or we still suffering under Jim Crowism in 2016. Now, which one really is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have sowed the seeds of fear and dissent in our youth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That this is our fault.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
You know, so I mean, you know, I'm just saying we're going. You know, and like I said, I believe in King's message, but it has been prostituted and it has been boiled down to the point where it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was to come back today and knowing the stores that he couldn't shop in, knowing where his children couldn't go. I mean, it's people alive right here in Louisville today that they could tell you in the 70s you couldn't go in Mall St. Matthews.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we keep talking about what we haven't overcome.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, it's not an issue of overcoming. You can't overcome something that you don't understand and don't master.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, thank you for your call, Andy. Appreciate it. You know, one of the things, I'm going to bring this up, and, you know, there's a lot of controversy over who the marshal of the parade is. I'm just going to keep it all the way honest with you.
I won't say something.
You know, it's a shame that Tom Wine, you know, was asked to do it, but honestly, what damn difference does it make?
I was going to say the same thing.
What difference does it make if he leads the parade? See, we so caught up on
we
so caught up on symbols rather than substance. When are we gonna put some money in people's pockets? Provide better health care. You know, feed the hungry. Give shelter to the homeless. You know, give clothing to the naked. See, when are we gonna do these things? But we're so caught up. Now, what difference does it make who leads the parade? The parade is symbolic, and who leads it is symbolic. And all they do, they play games to keep us sidetracked from dealing with the real issue. And the real issue is we need justice.
That's it.
We need jobs. We need employment. We need better housing. We need better opportunities. Our young people need something to do. Now, some of you all might be upset, but we got to get rid of this slave mindset.
Right.
Come on.
Walking around begging other people. Nobody begs like we do. We got Vietnamese in this city. They all get together and they put a grocery store out on Southside Drive. You got Mexicans, they come together and feed themselves. But an Indian can come set up in our community and sell us fried chicken. Now, what if me and Jason English tried to go to Chinatown and set up a Chinese food shop and sell them shrimp fried rice? They would laugh at us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yet they'll come in our community and sell us fried chicken and we'll wrap around the
Man, it's
corner.
crazy. I work with the Somalians, right? And he called us lazy. I looked at him and we black, man, just like you. He said, y'all black. He said, black Americans lazy. He said, y'all don't like to work. Y'all call in. Y'all always late.
You know what? For me, it's just a bottom line of the level of distrust. Like and a lot of that stuff. You know, if you read the history and you do a lot of research, you know, you'll find very quickly this idea of this Willie Lynch this Willie Lynch syndrome, or this real person named Willie Lynch who set things into play to help slavery, to help the slavery mindset to proliferate for years and years and years to come, and we're still kind of in that space, and it's because we keep distrusting each other. That's why if I'm a comedian and you're a comedian and you have a show, I'm gonna hate on your show because I don't want you to take my guests. I don't want you to take my money out because I think
And it's beef in the comedy game too. It's crazy.
because I think supporting you,
Very low.
I think supporting you is gonna make me less good. It's gonna make me less money.
Wow.
When in the reality,
Come on now.
if we support each other,
Right.
how much more dollars can come to the pocket?
Right.
Think about this. Now I love comedy, but the thing that really blew my mind about it, the first time I really saw comedy be a big deal, was the Kings of Comedy. Now all 4 of those comics I liked, and I kind of knew all 4 of them. But so if they all 4 did a separate show,
Right.
I might have gone to 1 or 2,
Wow.
and I wouldn't have paid as much. But to go see all 4, right?
That was a steal.
People were paying crazy amounts of money to go and be a part of this full experience. And I just think a lot of times we forget that we're much more strong together
Unity.
than we are separate.
Come on now.
And we
That's
think that if we separate,
Well said.
then we'll get everything for ourselves.
Amen.
That's corny.
Amen. All right, brother.
That's that corny living stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
That's right, bro.
Jason, are you a UK fan or Louisville fan?
I'm a Louisville fan.
All right.
Louisville fan. Dallas Cowboy fan in football.
Well, don't do that.
Commercial break. We'll be right back again. Walking away.
So, what did, when you look at something like comedy, I've noticed like Chris Rock with some of the way he teaches, man, when he's doing his bit, Martin Lawrence. I mean, do you have a mission with your comedy? What is it that you're trying to accomplish with your show?
I just want to make people laugh, but it's funny you name those people. Like I have a list of the ones I watch. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Martin Lawrence is my favorite. Jamie Foxx.
Why is Martin Lawrence your favorite?
Because I think he was too early for. I mean, if he was out right now,
Wow.
there would be no Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
for the simple fact, the way he acted and put his passion and the way he improvised, no other comedian as you see, no other talk show has lasted as long as Martin. Still being replayed.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Just watch his show. Watch how he acted. You can see the flaws now because you didn't pay attention to it.
Right.
But they sold it and made you believe everything he did over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude was a genius at what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think Martin was too early in the comedy. Like, his time would have been right now. The way he done everything, his show, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to break our necks to get in at 8 o'clock to watch Martin. Like,
Right,
you
right,
know
right,
when Martin was
right.
coming on, don't call.
Right.
And then, Cops was coming on next.
Brother
So,
man from the 5th floor.
exactly. Which shout out to Brother Man. I got to do a show open up for him in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're trying to get him to come back here to Louisville too.
Okay.
But he's been here Louisville, shout out the Streetway. They bought him here out in Newburgh. But something like you said, Louisville's full of hate. We can't get people to come out. Brother Man's been here about 3 or 4 times, done sold out shows, and people just won't come out. I mean, people say that we don't support, but you don't come out.
Now, do you have it ain't gotta be rated G, but do you got something a little toned down?
Yeah, but see, I've been working on that. New Zion Baptist Church, Reverend
Okay.
Aqua, he gave me my first opportunity to come over and do comedy for
Reverend
church.
Walker did.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
actually it was his church. So I'm saying he gave it because they had a program over called Straight Out the Trap. Now I was scared when I heard that. Straight Out the Trap. Oh, it's New Zion.
Yeah, they doing
Like, who's running that now? Who did Awkward and step down?
Who's
But-
running that?
Yeah, so I was over there and I went over. It was the scariest 6 minutes of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
The scariest 6 minutes of my life. Like right now, I'm scared. Right, you don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, but I'm doing good. But it was so scary. But I swear, after I'd done that, I said, I can do it. Because for one, I was born and raised in the church. Calvary Baptist Church, 20 from Woodland over. Reverend Samuel Whitlow's our pastor. Used to be Reverend Larry Points. The late great Reverend Larry Points, he passed away. But I grew up in church. I played drums in church. And I had perfect attendance in church all the way from like the age 18, 19.
Wow.
Right, like we couldn't go outside if we didn't go to church. You know, my mother, we was on everything. My sister was directing the choir, mama sung in the choir, brother was in the choir, I played drums. I mean, and then on Sunday, you know, we might as well have been a rock star group because we go to Sunday school, and I used to get mad because like my church don't start till 11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we go to Sunday school, and then we go to morning service, and don't let it be afternoon service. Oh yeah, we was on one of them Greyhound buses. We was gone.
Wow.
You know, we didn't get home about 10:30 at night. Wasn't no outside.
Wow.
Ready to go to school.
So you was raised old school. What you saying?
Yeah. We water fellowship, cornbread, and buttermilk. I'm telling you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself as far as you got children, married. I mean, what's your?
Yes, I'm married to the beautiful Fashay. Was Fashay Johnson, but it's Fashay English now. I got papers on. But yes, I'm married to her. We met in high school.
Wow.
Man, I chased that woman around.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't give me no play. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't give me no play. The man named Mr. King. Shout out to Mr. King. You know, it's King's birthday. No, but Mr. King, my teacher at Valley High School, he just sat there and was like, you need to get your stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
He was like, get it together, Jay, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I got my chips in order, and she said, yeah. So, you know, we got 3 handsome boys.
Wow.
And, you know, and we do our thing, man. That's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? They some little haters, too. They're hating them, too.
Yeah.
They be like, Daddy, you ain't funny. But I catch them in the video trying to sneak and look at them. I see Daddy. But,
You have any upcoming projects, anything that we should know about?
Yes, I got some funny videos getting ready to drop. I've been working with KY Snoop. Shout out to KY Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working on. Y'all won't see me out in the city doing no more filming.
Right.
I'm stepping up. I got green screens behind me now.
Oh.
Yeah. So you know, I'm working on a few projects. I won't give nothing up, but I'm trying to stay positive. Anything you got going on, Mr. Mom, anything, anything, let me know. I'm just trying to be a part of everything. I got to build. I just want to build my resume.
Good.
That's all.
Good. Well, you certainly, you know, anytime you need to announce something, you're welcome to come by the show. And I'm not always here, but
if you need me to sub in, let me know.
Yeah. But you know what? I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't know if I have a show when I come back.
You gonna have a show. You gonna have a show.
I have to come in Jay Harris. You gotta go talk to Bill, man. You gotta keep me on the air.
Minister, I tried, but I mean,
I just you know, I started some trouble. I know I started some trouble in the city. Man. Everybody's familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just being funny, y'all. That's it. St. Stephen's, how y'all doing? Reverend Cosby, look, man, can I come see y'all? I won't apologize. You know, whatever I gotta do. You know, my grandma go to church over.
So you said you willing to sit down and talk?
Yeah.
You willing to apologize?
Now, if I offended anybody, yes, I'm man.
See, hold on. I got to see what you just said. That's a principle of Christianity. See, in the Quran it says you're not a Muslim till you love for your brother what you love for yourself, and you know in the Christian faith, do unto others as you'd have done unto to yourself, and God will forgive you the way you forgive others. So that's the principle of all religions. We got to be forgiven. So if we can do anything to open that door of dialogue, but that's very big of you.
I would love to reach out because I was just being funny. And if they invite me up, I was like Miss Tiffany Rondo. How you doing, Miss Rondo? She was reaching out like, you should come over. I said, I don't think I'm welcome over to church, And like I said, it was nothing personal, nothing. Man, my grandmother was in that church. A 50-year plus member still is when she can get out the bed and go. Bless her heart, But St. Stephen's, invite me for Men's Day. Something, please.
All right, the phone lines. We have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air, Brothers Helping Brothers.
What's happening, my brothers? This is Nick Patino from the Turn Up Show.
Oh, what's going on, Nick? What's going on?
Y'all got it, man. Hey, bros. Man, I was on my way up to the station, and my truck started overheating, man.
Oh, wow.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
It's time to get up out of a 1986 vehicle, I think.
Man, that's a classic, boy.
I'm going to talk to T-Mate about that.
It's okay. You got somebody here from the Turn Up Show to help out.
We don't have to bump the salary up. I can at least move up to a 1990s vehicle.
Yeah, get your Kia.
Yeah, I wanted you up here today because some of my best friends are black, man. I don't want you up here with us.
Man, absolutely. So that's why I at least had to call in and show some love. And St. Stephen's, reach out to my mayor.
That's all I want. Man. I want my homie goes there every Sunday. So I'm on my way to church. I'm like, I'm going. He hang up on me. So I'm just keeping. I'm dead serious.
Well,
so
I'm sure I'm gonna get some calls after the show. And,
I hope.
and I will get some calls and whatever we can do. Because I'm telling you, anytime we talk and dialogue is always good.
Yep.
And, I mean, and you don't have to agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do a stand up over y'all. Give me 6 minutes. I'm telling you, they're gonna come fast and quick, and I'm gonna be scared, and I'm gonna speak the truth. That's it.
All right. Hey, thanks, Nick, for calling in, my brother.
Absolutely, man. Y'all have a blessing.
You too,
All
bro.
right.
Peace.
Ray, do you have anything you want to say before we close out? Come on up to the microphone if you do. All right. Ted, we got about 4 minutes left. Give me about 45 seconds on how do we save young folks.
All right. Yeah. So, so we don't have to save young folks.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can work and save themselves. We gotta save ourselves before we try to save them.
Come on now.
Right. But what we have to do is give them an opportunity to use their genius to further the plan and the movement. I mean, if you think about the things that they're connected to, the things they have the ability to do, if we allow them to do that without tamping it down and trying to make it fit to the squares and the pegs that we have already set up for them, then it will work.
Come on.
If we just support it, it will work.
Mm-hmm.
I would say real quick, I'm a member of the Urban League Young Professional, Vice President, and Sadiqa Reynolds, who is our CEO,
Yes.
it said, hey y'all, I want y'all to put together an event for young professionals at the Urban League. And so what she did is said, well, here's the budget. I mean, y'all can use y'all budget, and these are some ideas I have. And then she let it go.
Wow. See, that's
And
leadership.
last night we had a beautiful event. It was like more than 70 plus people there. It was a great food, great music, jazz band, whole nine. And that's what happens when you give people the ball, when you give young people the ball with some suggestions and then let them walk their talk. So that's what you do.
All right. Jason, we'll take about a minute. Anything you want to promote? Anything you want people to know about Mr. Too Funny?
Just continue to support me. That's all I ask. Just support me. Anything I do, I'm out of dream. I'm trying to get, like you said with the youth, I wouldn't mind on getting like a Showtime in Louisville type of Apollo type show. I wouldn't mind on that KT station. Somebody over there work with me. Let's put a show together, local station. Back in the day, Kentucky Kingdom used to have us on TV every Saturday morning on Day 5 Alive. Like, why? I just want to do something with the youth. Like, we throw a party, put them on TV, let the next one of them see themselves, show their talents off. Too Funny's the man for the job.
All right.
There it is.
I just want to encourage you, my brother. God got his hand on you,
Thank
and as long as we use, our gift in a way that's pleasing to him, and sometimes people don't always understand people while they're present, like how you talk about Martin Lawrence is a little bit ahead of his time. But I really want to encourage you in what you're doing, and you're funny. You make people laugh, and in a world this stressed out,
There you go.
you need a meaningful distraction.
I hope everybody saw my R. Kelly video. Y'all check my J. When you get a chance, go on Facebook, check out my J. Kelly, part 1 and part 2. And my mother-in-law just told me she didn't hear her name. So, Bernice Johnson. Hey, girl.
Well, you've been listening we out of time. You've been listening to Brothers Helping Brothers show.
Thank you so much.
We had in the studio Mr. Too Funny, Jason English, also Ted Gatlin,
Yep.
Ray Hatter, representing for Turn Up Show. My man Jay Has on the board. We're here every Saturday at 4 o'clock. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank our sponsor, Senior Insurance. If you need free eyeglasses and free dental, if you have the red, white, and blue Medicare card, we can hook you up. Call 403-4242. Peace, y'all.
Walking away.
Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers Helping Brothers.
Excellent. Jay.
Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers Helping Brothers radio program. Brothers Helping Brothers' purpose is to motivate, inspire, and encourage our listeners to help improve the condition of our community. Brothers Helping Brothers can be heard each week on WLOU at 4 p.m. Hosted by Jerald Muhammad.